45 strange things casinos do that nobody ever notices. Casinos don't need magic. They have lighting designers, behavioral economists, scent marketers, and 1,000 tiny gears turning behind the velvet rope. You notice the chandeliers. You don't notice the algorithms. You notice the jackpot siren. You don't notice the volume is tuned to be heard 3 tables away, but not at the cage where people count what's left. This file opens the drawer labeled Invisible Machinery. The quiet tricks that nudge your footsteps, your focus, your risk tolerance, and your bedtime. Here's the paradox. Nothing looks hidden. The ceilings are high, the carpets shout, and the screens are louder than a parade. Yet the most powerful devices are off stage. Air systems that sharpen alertness, floor maps that erase outside, payouts timed to prime hours, and security that sees your pupil dilation before you notice the camera. It's not cheating. It's choreography. The house edge isn't just math. It's architecture. Across 45 strange practices, you'll see how casinos script serendipity. Where to stand when someone wins. When to comp a dessert versus a room. When to lower the music so you'll raise your bet. You'll hear the soundtrack of engineered luck, the scent of fresh money, and the silence around the exits. Keep your chips in sight and your certainty on a leash. The cards are random. The environment isn't. Welcome to the Absurdist Files, a tour of the little spells you never noticed, cast in plain sight, paid for in increments that don't hurt until they do. The architecture of luck. 1. Wayfinding by carpet. Casinos lay labyrinth carpets with high-contrast, low-direction patterns. They're noisy to the eye, so you look up, straight at machines and table signage. Paths curve subtly around exits, and the quietest, safest designs ring the slots with the highest hold. You think you're wandering. The floor thinks you're converting square footage into time on device. 2. Time dilation by ceiling. No clocks, no windows, sure, but the real trick is ceiling temperature. A few degrees cooler above the pit than in walkways. You linger where your brain feels fresher and leave the warm corridors faster. You don't say, the blackjack air is crisp. You just buy another 20 minutes of oxygenated optimism. 3. The near-win orchestra. Slot reels miss by one symbol, and the cabinet still celebrates. Lights, sparkle tones, encouraging text. So close. Neurologically, a near miss pings reward circuits like a partial victory. The casino isn't telling you you've lost. It's telling you your narrative is about to pay off. Statistically identical to losing. Psychologically priced like hope. 4. Wins that echo. Losses that absorb. Speakers above progressive slots are aimed to spill outward. Carpet and baffling near cash-out windows swallow sound. You hear jackpots but not quiet counting. In the theater of chance, applause gets a PA system. Accounting gets acoustical foam. 5. Free drinks. Calibrated proof. Comped cocktails are mixed lighter on busy nights and stronger near high-limit rooms late. The goal isn't intoxication. It's lubrication. Lower friction on decisions, higher tolerance for session length. Your server smiles like generosity. Her tray is carrying yield management. 6. The dead-end display. Some banks of machines face literal walls. They're not mistakes, they're cul-de-sacs that stall your momentum and make you sample a cabinet you would have bypassed. If a bank performs poorly, it migrates overnight. Tomorrow's dead end is yesterday's data. 7. Scent marketing loops. HVAC injects a signature fragrance near entrances and high-traffic pits. Clean citrus, faint vanilla, a hint of ozone. It codes new, exciting, safe. The same blend fades near restrooms and exits, so your brain associates the good smell with action zones. Your memory returns for the aroma and stays for the variance. 8. Denomination mirages. Penny slots aren't pennies. With 50 lines and minimum 2 credits per line, your 1-cent spin quietly costs $1. Denom labels are large, cost per spin math is small. You think discount store. The cabinet thinks subscription. 9. The slow pay theater. Hand pays arrive with ceremony. Attendance, forms, a small audience. It's not just verification, it's marketing. The delay creates a spectacle that sells possibility to nearby players. Your jackpot buys you a photo. Their curiosity buys the next hour. 10. Table limits that migrate. At off-peak, a $10 blackjack table sits dead center to seed activity. As the room swells, the same spot quietly becomes $25, then $50. No announcement, just swapped placards and a chip color suggestion. Demand sets the minimum. Momentum enforces it. How to control people without saying a word. 11. The temperature trick. Casino air is set colder at the start of the night and warms as the crowd thickens. Cool air sharpens alertness. Warmth relaxes restraint. By the time your shoulders loosen, so does your wallet. Climate control doubles as crowd control. 12. The mirror illusion. Decorative mirrors near slots aren't for vanity. They reflect spinning reels and lights from adjacent machines, making wins seem more frequent. Your peripheral vision sees activity where there's emptiness. Reflection becomes replication, and hope multiplies like glare. 13. The vanishing exit. Casinos hide exits behind neutral-colored walls, plants, or side corridors marked with vague signs like Convention Hall. Your brain files exit under uninviting. You circle back toward sound and color. The casino's gravity reclaims you gently. 14. The chair conspiracy. Ergonomic chairs near popular machines are designed with a subtle forward tilt. They relieve pressure on the back while nudging you toward the buttons. Discomfort means motion, and motion means play. The perfect chair doesn't relax you. It erases the idea of leaving. 15. Color psychology by section. Slots near entrances use reds and golds. Alert, energetic, impulsive. High-limit rooms lean on deep blues and marble tones. Confidence, control, prestige. Every hue tells you who you are before the dealer does. The palette is a personality test with a rake. 16. The chip illusion. Plastic discs replace cash, not for convenience, but for disassociation. Red chips feel like tokens. Hundreds feel like toys. You'd never throw a $100 bill across felt, but you'll flick a chip because it doesn't fold, it clicks. 17. Eye in the sky, voice on the floor. Security cameras capture posture and hand motion analytics. When stress cues spike, a host randomly appears offering free drinks or conversation. The human touch is the algorithm's glove. Comfort disguised as coincidence. 18. The coin sound that never left. Modern slots no longer drop coins. Yet the winning jingle still mimics that metallic clatter. Speakers play nostalgia to your dopamine system. You don't need coins. You just need the sound of almost rich. 19. Free parking math. Parking validation costs the house less than one spin from an average player. They'll gladly give it free. You think you won before stepping inside. The first reward is bait dressed as hospitality. 20. The oxygen myth, re-engineered. No, they don't pump pure O2, but they do cycle more air per hour than most malls. Fresh air mimics freshness of chance. Your body reads alert, your judgment lags, and the myth survives because it's half true. The house doesn't talk, it whispers. 20 observations in, you start realizing the casino isn't shouting at you. It's humming lullabies in behavioral code. No hypnotist needed, just a thermostat, a scent diffuser, a chair angle, and your need to feel lucky. Every corridor says the same quiet line. Stay one more minute. And statistically, that's all it takes. The psychology of winning and forgetting. The selective applause. Dealers are trained to clap or cheer only for medium-sized wins, not jackpots. The mid-tier victory feels attainable. The rare fortune feels abstract. You chase the applause, not the payout. It's cheaper inspiration, perfectly scalable. The losses disguised as wins. Some machines celebrate even negative results with bright sounds and confetti animations. You bet $2, win $1.50, and the screen bursts like you conquered Vegas. Statistically, you lost. Emotionally, you celebrated. The illusion keeps morale higher than math. The round number deception displays round down balances to the nearest dollar after long sessions. You think you're hovering around even when you're a few cents shy, multiplied by hours and hundreds of players. The missing decimals fund the next chandelier. 24. The free buffet fallacy. Comped meals appear generous but are data-driven. Buffets are placed near cash-out cages. After eating, blood sugar spikes, risk tolerance drops, and you re-enter slower. Free food simply trades your hunger for hesitancy, buying the house another hour. 25. The no-tipping zone. Casino bathrooms, shuttle buses, and coat checks often ban tip jars. Gratitude slows traffic and reminds people of real-world economics. The environment must stay frictionless, emotionless. No reminders of cost, only movement toward games. 26. The win timing algorithm. Some slot networks use dynamic pay schedules that slightly increase small wins during off-peak hours. It's not rigging, it's pacing. The goal is perception. The room feels alive at 3 a.m., even if probability stayed flat. 27. The ambient heartbeat. Low-frequency bass, barely audible, runs under casino soundtracks. It matches average human pulse, syncing arousal levels subliminally. You feel energized without knowing why. It's cardio by manipulation. 28. The reward tiers of identity. Loyalty cards assign color-coded levels: gold, platinum, black. Each tier triggers micro-privileges, shorter lines, different lighting, a private smile. The psychology is tribal. You're not gambling anymore, you're defending status. 29. The endless walk. Escalators deposit you deeper inside, not toward exits. Stairs are hidden behind rope lines. Every extra 40 steps translates to 40 seconds of reconsideration. Architecture profits from detours. 30. The memory eraser. Exits pipe in warm lighting and neutral scents, washing out the high-contrast buzz of the floor. The transition soothes guilt, helping you remember the fun, not the loss. That's not mercy, it's marketing for your next visit. Reality adjusted for comfort. 30 facts in and the picture sharpens. Casinos don't manipulate luck, they curate memory. They don't sell wins, they sell forgettable losses, wrapped in polite dopamine. Every design choice whispers the same mantra. Don't worry about what you lost. Worry about what you might miss if you leave. The Invisible Game. 31. The silent soundtrack swap. Every few hours, background music shifts keys by half a tone, imperceptibly raising tension and engagement. Your body reads momentum. Your brain calls it luck. The playlist is a pulse you can't dance to but can't escape. 32. The bathroom maze. Restrooms are deliberately hard to find, so you cross more gaming zones en route. Studies show a 17% chance you'll stop to play something on the way. Bladders are renewable revenue streams. 33. The change cup extinction. Removing coin trays wasn't modernization, it was silence control. The clatter of cash out reminded nearby players that quitting was possible. Today, electronic tickets whisper goodbyes instead of ringing them. 34. The fake morning. The casinos gradually brighten lighting around 4 a.m. to mimic dawn. Your body feels renewed, tricked into thinking you beat the night. It's psychological sunrise, scheduled hourly. 35. The camera delay. Security feeds run on a slight buffer, allowing staff to observe reactions before interventions. When you think they're watching for theft, they're watching for emotion. Rage, despair, adrenaline. Those metrics predict risk better than math. 36. The invisible cashier. Cash-out counters are fewer and farther apart each decade. Ticket machines handle withdrawals in limited amounts, keeping the big exit inconvenient. Leaving with winnings should feel heavier than staying. 37. The house hero myth. Staff occasionally comp a random player after a loud loss, creating a redemption story. Word spreads, morale resets. One act of mercy balances 1,000 quiet defeats. The gesture costs little, buys mythology. 38. The slot migration cycle. Machines rotate positions monthly, even when profitable. Habit dulls excitement. Novelty reawakens dopamine. Your favorite machine moved? It's part of a behavioral rotation schedule, like musical chairs for human pattern recognition. 39. The drink dilution schedule. As night deepens, mixed drinks become slightly stronger. The logic flips. Near closing, they want you relaxed, compliant, nostalgic. Every sip is engineered closure. 40. The line of sight illusion. Designers keep at least one jackpot display visible from any point on the floor. You're never more than one lucky view away from hope. Geometry doubles as hypnosis. 41. The decoy security guard. Not all guards guard. Some are there for optics, posture, eye contact, authority presence. Real monitoring happens upstairs. The visible uniform is placebo safety. The real watchers wear polos. 42. The art of loss concealment. Trash cans near ATMs are narrow to prevent discarded slips from piling up. Public messes create doubt. Clean floors preserve optimism. Tidy despair is easier to monetize. 43. The good luck tax. Gift shops near exits sell trinkets, Lucky Charms, dice, rabbit feet. Statistically, the most popular buyers are losers seeking symbolic refund. The house earns one last spin disguised as souvenirs. 44. The exit mirage. Casinos place reflective glass near doors, bouncing interior light outward. From inside, it looks like the fun continues outside. From outside, it looks like nothing happened at all. Reality ends at the threshold. 45. The loyalty illusion. Points, comps, and tiers imply partnership. But the math is ancient. For every dollar of reward, you've already spent 20. The system congratulates you for losing efficiently. It's not a scam, it's customer retention by design. Luck engineered. 45 mechanisms later, and the illusion is complete. No hypnosis, no rigging. Just architecture weaponized by psychology. Casinos don't steal your money. They rent your attention. Every scent, sound, and sight is a gentle reminder that logic doesn't live here anymore. You don't gamble against the house. You gamble inside it, and it always wins. The Absurdist Files. Signature close. This has been the Absurdist Files. File 004. 45 strange things casinos do that nobody ever notices. A cinematic exploration of invisible systems, engineered emotions, and profit disguised as pleasure. Because, in the world's brightest rooms, the real game isn't on the table. It's you.